How could Harry and Meghan possibly name the person in the royal family who was concerned over Archie's skin color? How could they? I think that would be disastrous, wouldn't it? Hi, guys, you're welcome back to the Nina Show. So, today we have another news, another one again on Harry and Meghan. So, there's been an update to the book Finding Freedom that was written by Omid Scobie, saying that Harry and Meghan considered naming the royal racist, and I say that quote unquote, who was expressing concern over Archie's skin color even before he was born. So I have an excerpt here from the Daily Mail. Okay, I know we have to take what the trash mail says with a grain of salt, anyways, but let's read it here because it's already been published anyway in the book. Meghan and Harry considered naming the royal that they alleged made a racist remark before their son Archie's birth. It was claimed last night. An updated edition of a biography of the couple says they weighed up sharing this detail in their bombshell TV interview with Oprah Winfrey. However, Meghan ultimately told Oprah that revealing the individual's identity would be very damaging to them. Let's just stop here. Of course, it would be very damaging to them. It would, because take it either way you will. Let's say, for the sake of playing devil's advocate, that as some of the Meghan detractors and haters and critics are saying that maybe, just maybe, the royal family member in question was not concerned, was rather just wanting to know what the baby's skin color might be and not necessarily expressing concern. Let's just say for the sake of playing devil's advocate, for the people that know, the people that are wise are wise. We all know what this means. They were worried. For them to express concern, they were worried. So whoever this royal family member is, whom they've refused to mention, and I think that's the best decision they made, because even though a lot of people like Piers Morgan and the rest of them are coming down hard on Harry and Meghan, saying they should mention the royal racist quote unquote, I think that will be very damaging to them, as Meghan said. I mean, that would be a disaster. It's nobody like, don't they have brains to think that that would be a disaster if Meghan and Harry actually mentioned who the royal racist was? And I put that royal racist, quote unquote, because we just never know the context within which they had this conversation. So, like I said, I want to play devil's advocate and just assume that perhaps it wasn't concern per se, but it was more in the sense of wanting to know what it could possibly look like. That's their unborn baby. But either way, I think they just spoke out of turn. I really do think that that royal family member, whatever their reason or motives were for them to ask such a question, I really do think they spoke out of turn, and that was really inappropriate of them to do. I mean, at the end of the day, asking such a question, there is no way you do not know that that will have connotations of racism. There is no way you're telling me, as a smart individual, as a senior royal family member, that you don't know what that means for you to ask about your future. Let's say, for example, your future grandson's skin color, your future nephew's skin color. So there is no way you're telling me that you didn't know what that meant. You're not smart enough. You're not intelligent enough, except you're really dumb. So whether your motives were, let's say, clean or dirty, it doesn't matter. The fact remains that you shouldn't have asked such a question. So let's continue here. We go on the Daily Mail. So a leaked epilogue to the update of Finding Freedom makes a series of dramatic claims about the couple, the state of their relationship with the royal family, and the fallout from the tell-all interview in March. It says Prince William was left furious by the broadcast, but that Meghan found it cathartic and liberating. It also quotes a friend of the Duchess as complaining that several months later, little accountability has been taken by the monarchy over her allegations. I mean, I think this is the part that I really struggle with. The fact that no one has come out to say, yes, I think we got a lot of things wrong. Yes, this and that could have been done better. Um, yes, I believe we should have protected Meghan much more than we did. But no one has come out to say anything of this sort. What we've heard is recollections may vary. And I think that irks Meghan. Let's be honest here. I really do think that that irks Meghan a lot, to know that her family, her adopted family, her husband's family, is not taking any accountability whatsoever. And instead, they're finding ways to harm this couple. They're finding ways to leak different kind of damaging stories to the press, like Meghan is a bully, Meghan has done this and that, Meghan never wanted to fit into the royal family. They are the ones leaking all of the stories instead of taking accountability. So, of course, I'm in support here of Meghan and Harry. At the same time, because I always like to play the devil's advocate, at the same time, I really do think that during that tell interview, Meghan and Harry should have at least accepted, even if it's 10 or 20% of their fair share of the blame, because if something goes wrong, you can't just blame it on the other party like 100%. I'm like, I'm 100% sure, in my own opinion, anyways, that of course the firm, quote unquote, did a lot of things wrong. They took the wrong steps. They harmed this couple. I know they caused them distress. I'm very sure of that. But Meghan and Harry cannot also sit down in that tell-all interview and just say, oh, they have no regrets. I'm sure you might have gotten some things wrong. I think I can at least pull up one thing you might have gotten wrong. So yeah, I really do think no accountability was taken by the firm, by the monarchy. Okay, so let's continue. Harry and Meghan have repeatedly insisted that finding freedom was unauthorized and that they had not offered any cooperation. However, the authors, Omid Scobie and Caroline Durand, are seen as being close to the couple. The updated edition with a new epilogue is due to be published next week. Okay, about this, I'll be like, Harry, Meghan, I think that's a little white lie there, because I really do think that they might have divulged, information to Omid Scobie and Caroline Durand, because there is just no way that you'd be close to the authors of Finding Freedom without at least helping out, even if it's just a little bit. I'm sure Omid Scobie is going to have to get information from other sources close to the couple, but they can't tell me they didn't divulge any information at all. That one I do not believe at all. Okay, so let's go back to what this video is all about in the first place. This video today that I'm making is a reaction to the latest news that Harry and Meghan were considering naming the quote unquote royal racist who expressed concern about their unborn baby's skin color. I would say they made the right decision in not naming that royal family member. Okay, I would say they made the right decision because in either case, we were not there. We can only make assumptions. We don't know in what context they had this conversation in. We don't know what was being asked exactly. We know there was some question in relationship to Archie's skin color. But like I said, I want to play devil's advocate because we do not really know. So we don't want to go pointing fingers and calling maybe William a racist, Prince Charles a racist, or any of their aunts or uncles a racist. So we want to be careful here as well because we don't have the full information. They've refused to give it out. But that doesn't mean they do not have the right to feel bad. They have every right in the world to feel bad that something of this sort was being asked to them, was being asked to Harry in particular. And Harry he felt that the conversation was awkward. If you remember when Oprah asked Harry, he felt that conversation was really awkward and he felt disappointed in that person asking the question. So I'm sure if we are to take his own side of it, that the question being asked must have triggered something in him for him to feel that way. So even if I'm not comfortable calling them royal racist, but then again, why would you ask something like this without understanding what it could lead to? Or what this means for your biracial your new biracial family member. So for me, I really do think that, as Meghan said, she found this very cathartic and liberating. And that's the tell all interview. I really do think it was cathartic and liberating for her and for Harry. I really do think so. There was nothing they revealed during this interview that was like, a fire starter, apart from the whole not helping her when she was ill mentally, and also the fact that someone in the royal family was questioning the unborn baby's skin color. There was really nothing that was like a fire starter, really nothing. And if they are feeling like, oh, they have started something by insinuating that the royal family is racist, then that person in the family that asked the question should have never asked it. I mean, you can't act out and choose the reaction you get from the people you act out against. So in the beginning, you should have weighed your options, just like Meghan and Harry weighed their options in divulging the details about the person who was questioning Archie's skin color. The person who asked this question should have also weighed their own options, in their head. You think before you speak. You think about it and say, oh, if I say this to Harry or if I say this to Meghan, how does it sound? Before you say it, you have to think. So they should have weighed their own options too as well before they uttered total nonsense. So, in any case, guys, tell me what you think. Are you like me? Do you also find yourself playing devil's advocate because you do not know like the full story and the context? Or do you feel like Harry and Meghan, they have every right in the world to be upset, to be disappointed, to be saddened by the turn of events while they were at the royal while they were members of the royal family? Please let me know down below and let's start up a discussion. Don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. And don't forget to like, share. Till next time, guys, it's Nina saying out.